Great
All right,
guy.
Rob Dew here with Infowars.com. We are just across from the Grand Hyatt Hotel where tonight the GOP gala is going to be taking place, and it looks like they're going to be setting up protesters. And the young man just walked up to us, said he's a fan. So what's your name, sir?
Antonio.
Antonio. And so you came up, you said you're a fan of Infowars.com. How long have you been watching or listening?
I've been watching it for about the last 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you find us?
So it was a friend of mine at work who actually recommended, and always talked about Alex Jones. So I said, I gotta look into it.
Yeah.
And everything he says is true. We share the same views. So I really started. That's how I picked on.
All right. Are you going to vote on Tuesday?
Of course, yeah, of course. I've been trying to convince everybody to vote for Trump. For main reasons why. Well, first, I don't want a socialist as a president.
If
Hillary
you're voting
Clinton is
for
full of
anybody
lies.
but Trump, you're voting communist.
I don't mind Ted Cruz, but
I
Trump
do mind him.
speaks more for me. What the values I share.
Well, I'll tell you what, New York, for all of its, democratic values, and there's another Infowars fan right there. How's it going? So, look, they're coming out of the woodwork. That's good to see. It's good to see because every time we travel somewhere, people come up to us, they recognize the Infowars and are happy about it. Let me ask you this. Look at this wall the NYPD set up to keep protesters out. So, obviously, the NYPD thinks walls work.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. We say this all the time. Everyone's making a big deal about walls, but when someone comes into your building or there's a threat, what do? First thing, there's protocol in the city. You got to close down, shut down. No one can come in, no one can go out. Well, I don't understand why they're not applying this logic to our country.
You know who else lives behind a wall?
Actually,
When
Hillary Clinton, she
infiltration
was
was
a
the
chapel.
goal,
Her whole property
and
is fenced
communists
in
have
with the
subverted
gate,
the government.
with the guard right in front of it. You could look it up in Google Maps.
Also, Mark Zuckerberg, who just came out and attacked Trump, he lives behind a Facebook wall. And, so it's okay for the elite to live behind walls. But if we put a wall up on our country, just to keep illegal immigration out, it's not even about Mexicans. It's about anybody coming into our country that we don't know about.
All right, yeah.
Vengeance
And
and
I don't
anger
understand why
upon us.
people don't look at it that way. It's just common sense.
Yeah.
And it's simple common sense, and they always have to. It's people who don't know any better, I guess.
Right. Are you going to be here tonight?
Unfortunately, I wish I could be in it. I couldn't get tickets, but I work right across the street, so I have a window view of everything.
You want to say where you work?
Well, if I say where I work, I don't know, I might get in trouble.
Let's just say it's a news organization. And that's the great thing that, people that have these jobs and these different news organizations are also fans of Infowars and getting information from Infowars. So,
Sure.
Hey, appreciate you coming out and talking with us. Thanks a lot. Let's keep spreading the word.
Of course. All
right.
Infowars.
All right. So, yeah, there you go. We had another guy just walk down the street.
Hopefully he'll keep his job. Another little potential American hero.
Great to have Infowars back in the Big Apple. Great to see you guys. What's your name? I'm Keith. Keith? Yep. All right. So, how'd you find out about Infowars?
The one on
I've
teeth
been
look
listening
like
for about 5
Glenn Beck.
years, and I do buy the
From
products.
far
I've
away,
got
right.
the coffee is the most recent thing. You guys don't talk about that all that much, but that's fantastic. Coffee's at my house all the time. I'm backed up with I got a supply of 5 of them. It's great. Yeah, we love that. That's what we drink around the office. We drink gallons. Why would I be surprised to hear that? It's the only thing that works. Hey, so what do you think of the wall that the NYPD set up to keep the protesters out of the gala tonight? Well, I heard what you were saying a couple minutes ago. I was just around the corner and heard that you guys were here. I think it's something that they need to do. They need to have a show of force. Trump is doing really well in New York, so it's not hostile territory for him, so to speak. And we do need a show of force to make sure that the protesters, they have their, as you say, their First Amendment right of free speech, but not to impinge on it. I also think that it's not just that Trump's
Like they
here,
did here in
but all
Utah,
three
they
of the
literally
GOP
took stones off of
candidates,
people's
are here as
buildings
well.
and bricks.
And so I think there's also, it's really the GOP
Salt Lake
state.
City.
This is a fundraiser for the GOP
They
state
damaged
Republican
people's
Party. So I think that's why you're getting an extra show of force. Are you going to be voting on Tuesday? I'm actually from Connecticut, so I need 2 more weeks, and I'll be voting for Trump. All right. It looks like he's leading in the polls in Connecticut too. Yeah, he is. All up and down the eastern seaboard. As long as there's no shenanigans, we're always concerned about them shaving some delegates or shaving some votes, as they did in Wisconsin, or perhaps did in Wisconsin. Colorado was a joke. Yeah. I mean, it's just over the top.
We're going there tomorrow morning. We're going to be there at the Capitol, and then we're flying to Portland. Yeah, they're going to have a big protest there at the GOP. 1 million people didn't get to vote.
I know, it's absolutely absurd. And as you guys talk about, it's like they make it sound like it's normal. It's all, right. The rules are the rules.
We do this all the time.
Well, so why don't you change the rules and say, hey, no more votes. Right. Let's just coronate someone.
And no debate beforehand. It's after the fact. Oh, by the way, we changed these rules. You didn't read our little fine print?
Exactly. And then you have 40B, which was a rule that they put in to block Ron Paul 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. Now they're going to take that out to unblock Kasich.
Right.
Who's got like one win and
one win in the state of Ohio, and that's it. Yeah, he's distant third, actually fourth if you count him behind Rubio.
Exactly.
And Rubio's not even in the race.
Let me ask you a question, Rob. Who do you think is going to be installed in the coronation? I think Paul Ryan is playing possum here a little bit, but what's your take on it?
My personal opinion is that they will install Ted Cruz if Trump can't get the delegates, and what that's going to lead to is a Bush-Cruz ticket. I think they'll run Jeb Bush as vice president because he can bring in Florida, and then Cruz will take Texas. That's two big states right there already. So that's what I see their plan B going if Trump doesn't get the delegates. But there was a GOP head, I forget his name. His last name's Evans, and he said that if Trump gets 1,100 delegates, they'll give it to him.
That'll be very interesting. I'm not so sure. I think that's just kind of taking a little of the steam out of the situation. I will tell you though that I think not only independents, Republicans, moderate Democrats coming over for Trump are going to be totally disenfranchised.
Which is sad
and
because
if
our
I'm Roger
caucus
Stone,
was a
I'm like,
joke.
I should be looking at like, hey, the
Just a
GOP is
joke.
going to have a meltdown,
People were
so
walking around
vote
with
against
50
anybody
things in their
who
hand,
is,
and
part
meanwhile,
of the
no
elite.
accountability, no
Yeah, 30% of Bernie supporters said they won't vote for Hillary.
People
30% of Trump
yelling and
supporters said they won't vote for anyone
trying
but
to
Trump.
be heard,
So
but
that's 60% of a large group of people right there that
Trump got
two populist candidates that could
here in
form a third
Utah,
party, what Joe
and
Salente
they
predicted a
sent
few years
their
ago.
Very interesting. I can't see a
subversives,
Trump
and
Sanders
most of the
ticket, but
communist
hey, this is
subversives
totally
here are actually
unpredictable. So
You never know.
anarchists,
Anything can happen.
Satanists,
So,
witches,
hey, thanks for joining us. Hey, you want to say anything to Alex?
food.
Hey, Alex, thanks for all the great work that you've been doing. Watch your shows or buy the products. I've turned on, based on you, I've turned on probably 24 people.
I can attest
listening
for
to the
the
show
oxy powder.
and thinking outside the box and breaking out of the matrix. And so I think we're almost at that tipping point, that 11-12% tipping point.
Yeah.
So great work.
It's all about educating people.
Absolutely. So,
all right, thanks a lot.
24 hours, guys. You're like an overnight cable channel.
We were actually out till about 4 a.m. last night talking to people at the bars. A lot of Bernie Sanders supporters out there. But look, it's just we're out here for like 20 minutes. 2 InfoWars supporters just walked by, happen to want to talk to us. A couple people are interested in the rig we're using.
Meanwhile, you'll hear the sirens in the background.
It's definitely nice to
Gotta
meet
keep
up with
the
like-minded
people
people
on
and
their
people who
toes,
spread the word and
psychologically
support, just like
prepared.
this man over here was saying. So with that, Rob Dew for Infowars.com. Stay tuned for more reports on the Alex Jones channel on YouTube.